Well, we spoke with Sunil Subramaniam of Sundaram Mutual in order to get in a view as to what his outlook is on the markets. First up, let's just tell you about Sundaram Mutual Fund. Some of the top sectors in their portfolio include the financial space, which has about 26%. There's industrials, 15.2%. Consumer discretionary holds about 14.2%, materials 13.6%, and then there's also IT, about 7.9% allocation in the total portfolio. The top stocks include ICICI Bank, there's HDFC Bank, Inflows, Reliance Industries, as well as HDFC. Some of the recent buys include IDFC First Bank, there's Page Industries, Ipca Laboratories, as well as SRF, and within the PSU banking space, SBI. Recent sells include AB Fashion, Westlife, Timken, and Kansai Nerolac. Now, Sunil Subramaniam is very optimistic about the long-term story. He's been very consistent in this view. Despite others wavering about their outlook on the markets, he has continued to maintain that in the long haul, if you stick to investing in equities, it is going to bode you well. In fact, he said that the availability of liquidity continues to remain the bedrock of the rally, and we have, while in May, seen FIIs stay on the fence, and they pulled out of the Indian equity markets. The month of June so far has been fairly encouraging. Not that that's been any sort of a key factor that has led to the market move, because irrespective of flows, we have seen the markets move from strength to strength. Subramaniam is of the view that the market reaction over the last year is definitely favoring optimism, and that's been pretty evident. And he does not see the liquidity tap turning dry until the US inflation forecast actually rises. In fact, talking about the COVID situation in relation to the market, he believes that the second wave is now beginning to peak. We are seeing cases coming down, and that by the end of FY22, he's very confident that 70 to 75% of the people will be vaccinated at least once. In fact, he believes that a strong uptick in the market is due, and that's going to happen during Diwali. Not just that, as a factor, he believes that the good monsoon as well is going to bode well for the rural economy, and the current valuations in the markets are pricing in that there will be a very strong recovery. In fact, the redistribution of flows between sectors is what he sees is likely, and he believes that there is going to be the potential for upside as well as downside surprises in the markets. In fact, he believes that as of now, the market is trading in a series of forward PEs, and that we have seen a lot of large caps that have managed to rise smartly on the back of FI flows, but mid caps too are in a sweet spot. In fact, he's confident that the mid-cap index is going to outperform the large cap and small cap over the next 3 years. Talking about wealth creation, he says, as a mantra, keep a strong goal in terms of making good returns and knowing when to sell. That's the secret to creating wealth.